The Israeli new shekel, also known as simply the Israeli shekel, is the currency of Israel and is also used as a legal tender in the Palestinian territories of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. The new shekel is divided into 100 agorot. The new shekel has been in use since the 1st of January 1986, when it replaced the hyperinflated old shekel at a ratio of 1,000:1. The currency sign for the new shekel is a combination of the first Hebrew letters of the words shekel. It was previously known as the New Israeli Shekel, and the non-official abbreviation of NIS is still commonly used domestically to denominate prices and also appears on the Bank of Israel's website. However, the official international currency code of the Israeli new shekel is ILS, as set by the International Organization for Standardization under ISO 4217. The origin of the name, shekel, common with other Semitic languages like Akkadian, from the formation of the modern State of Israel on 14 May 1948 through 1952. Banknotes continued to be issued by the Anglo-Palestine Bank as the Palestine Pound, which was pegged to the British Pound. In 1952, the Anglo-Palestine Bank changed its name to Bank Leumi Le Yisrael and the currency name became the Israeli Pound. The Israeli pound was the currency of the State of Israel from June 1952 until 23 February 1980, when it was replaced with the shekel on 24 February 1980. From 1955, after the Bank of Israel was established and took over the duty of issuing banknotes, only the Hebrew name was used, along with the symbol, I pound. The pegging to the British pound was abolished on 1 January 1954. And in 1960, the subdivision of the Israeli pound was changed from 1,000 prutot to 100 agorot. During the 1960s, a debate over the non-Hebrew name of the Israeli currency resulted in a law ordering the Minister of Finance to change the name pound into a Hebrew name, shekel. The law allowed the minister to decide on a proper date for the change. The law did not come into effect until February 1980. When the Israeli government decided to change the monetary system and introduce the shekel at a rate of 1 shekel equals I-10 pounds. The shekel, now known as the Old Shekel, was the currency of the State of Israel between the 24th of February 1980 and the 31st of December 1985. Both it and its predecessor the Israeli pound experienced frequent devaluations against foreign currencies during the 1960s and 70s. This trend culminated in the old shekel experiencing hyperinflation in the early 1980s. After inflation was contained as a result of the 1985 Economic Stabilization Plan, the new shekel was introduced, replacing the old shekel on 1 January 1986 at a rate of as 1,000:1 shekel. Since the economic crisis of the 1980s and the subsequent introduction of the new shekel in 1985, the Bank of Israel and the Government of Israel have maintained much more careful and conservative fiscal and monetary policies, and have gradually introduced various market-based economic reforms. In addition, the signing of free trade agreements helped the Israeli economy become more competitive, while heavy investment in its industrial and scientific base allowed the country to take advantage of opportunities associated with the rise of the global knowledge economy, thus greatly increasing exports and opening new markets for its products and services. As a result of these factors, inflation has been relatively low and the country now maintains a positive balance of payments, with a current account surplus equivalent to about 3% of its GDP in 2010. Consequently, its currency has strengthened, though less so than an exceptional rise in the euro and Swiss franc, rising approximately 20% in value relative to the US dollar from 2001 to 2011, contrasting to weakening in prior decades. Since 1 January 2003, the new shekel has been a freely convertible currency. Since 7 May 2006, new shekel derivative trading has also been available on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. This makes the new shekel one of only 20 or so world currencies for which there are widely available currency futures contracts in the foreign exchange market. It is also a currency that can be exchanged by consumers in many parts of the world. On the 26th of May 2008, CLS Bank International announced that it would settle payment instructions in new shekels, making the currency fully convertible. In 1985, coins in denominations of 1 agora, 5 agorot, 10 agorot, 1 shekel per 1 shekel were introduced. In 1990, 5 shekels coins were introduced, followed by 10 shekels coins in 1995. Production of 1 agora pieces ceased in 1990, and they were removed from circulation on the 1st of April 1991. A 2 shekels coin was introduced on the 9th of December 2007. The 5 agorot coin, last minted in 2007, was removed from circulation on the 1st of January 2008. In April 2011, it was reported that new coins would be minted that would use less metal and thus lower costs. Counterfeiting would also be harder. The Bank of Israel is considering dropping the word new on the planned coins series. If approved, this would